Hey guys, I'm back with another action figure review, and today we're going to take a look at the Batman Legacy Edition Modern Age Batman. A really cool figure. He came out in June of 2011 as part of the Legacy Edition series, of course. He was one of 3 figures in this wave. And, yeah, like I said, he's just really cool. I'll get into the figure in a second. I just want to show you the package first. So it looks like the rest of the Legacy series, basically, like the Arkham City figures and all them. Has the Batman logo at the top instead, of course. The artwork is really nice. It does justice for this figure. Like, it looks just like this figure, basically. Only difference would be the short ears and the image. He's got a bit longer ears than the figure. But the back, so you see the other 2 figures in the wave are the Joker and Mr. Freeze. This Mr. Freeze being like the 5th iteration of that sculpt. You can pause and read this if you're interested. And just the artwork up there. I picked this guy up on eBay for about 20 bucks, like maybe a month ago, which was pretty good. Could have been better, but pretty good considering. He goes for more like 25, 30 usually in the package. Loose, a little less than what I paid, I guess. He comes with a poster, of course, which I will show you. It's actually pretty cool. So it's just nice image. Lots of bats, Batman. It's another, you know, black and gray and red scheme, which I like. I like black and red together a lot, so that's cool. And he comes with the figure stand. Batman, silver. So, you know, nothing new about this really, but cool nonetheless. And yeah, so I'll get into the figure. He is like I said, really awesome. This sculpt is the DC Superheroes Batman sculpt, which is basically the black and gray variant of that figure. Is basically most Batman fans' favorite action figure, and you know, I would love to get him someday, but he goes for a lot of money now. So that's the kind of thing, like, oh, if I see a deal, sure, I'll grab it, but I'm not in any rush to be, like, getting him right now. So that's something to look out for. But I actually like this one because it has that sculpt and the beautiful details of the sculpt, but the paint job is more DC Universe Classic style. So he fits in really well with the DC Universe Classics figures. And what I mean by that is the DC superheroes always had like a lot of detail, like more dark washes or shading and highlights, where the DC Universe Classics are more just, they're cast in a color, very little shading. So, you know, he's basically cast in a gray plastic, and that's that. But, anyway, so I'll give you a close look at him now. So, if you've seen other reviews of him, you know he's got this stupid face. The Sinestro Corps Batman snarling face. My plan with him was to replace his head like so many others have. I don't know if I'm going to purchase another figure to get the head, or if going to make a mold and a cast. My boyfriend has the all black DC Universe Classics Batman, which has a relatively normal head sculpt that I could make a mold and a cast of. But I don't know if I want to put all that work into it when I could just pay like 10 bucks for a dynamic duo Batman and just take his head. We'll see. But actually for now, I've had him on display with this head, and from far away you don't see how ridiculous it looks, so it hasn't been bothering me. So I'm really not in a rush. But anyway, other than the head, you can see, so this body doesn't look like your DC Universe Classics Buck, because it's not. It's the DC Superheroes Batman, and I love it. I think it's a really nice body. It's just, I don't know, it's just really nicely done, and just the details on, like, you can see the gloves, how they have the lines by the fingers. You know, he's got the fins, whatever they're called, off his gauntlet. Just like leather detailing on the inside of the glove. Really nice. The bat emblem is sculpted into the, or etched, whatever, etched into the chest. So that's nice. It's not just this decal or something. I really just like this like abdominal regions. Interesting muscles. The belt is different from the DC Superheroes figure. I believe that one has bulkier pouches, and the buckle is different, if I'm correct. Also, the color is different. On the DC Superheroes, it's kind of a grayer. It's not as... This is like an almost orangey color. Which I think I might do like a like just a slight gray wash over it, or like a something to try and dull the color a little bit because it's a bit orange. But otherwise fine. Even the briefs have like wrinkles in them. Really nice. Legs are, legs. But the boots, see, now the boots are where you see this versus DC Universe Classics. Again, really nice sculpting. Just like you can see the texture, the lines in them, here we go, through the back, and tread on the bottom. And not only is it tread, but they have little bat symbols in the tread. There you go. This one doesn't go through the peg hole. Little bat symbols in the tread. So cool. It's just little things like that Mattel doesn't do anymore. I mean, they did this, but it was a reuse of a mold from whenever. So, yeah. Oh, and the cape is rubber. I personally like rubber capes. I like how they look. I mean, if you're going to be posing your figure where you need a cloth cape, then go for it. But I like them, they have to be done very nicely for me to take a liking to them. The one thing that bothers me about this, and I don't know if anyone, if you guys have this figure, let me know if yours is like this. The cape has like a fold right on his right side where it bends back, and I think it's supposed to be like this. I think it's supposed to be like, whipping back in the wind or whatever. But it just looks weird to me. At least from like the forward part, the straight on from the front, because it's like it's got this just fold here. It looks weird. From the back it looks okay. It's nicely sculpted. So, and also DC Superheroes capes went all the way to the floor. They didn't stop here. So that's really cool. So yeah, I mean overall I really like this guy. His paint and his sculpt and everything. Mine his legs are a little weird. I think his right leg is a little warped from the packaging. Mattel and their packaging, I don't know. I've been getting a lot of warped figures lately, but it's not too bad. It just kind of, if you pose in the right way, you don't notice it at all. So, no biggie. But yeah, let me go through his articulation. Pretty normal head. Not much up and down, if any. Ball disc shoulders, bicep swivel, single elbow, glove swivel. You guys know how I feel about this. Really nice. I love that. I think it looks so much better like this than with a wrist swivel cut into a glove. Just awesome. Really awesome. Ab crunch, which is actually really smooth, like butter. Look at that. Not like a tremendous range of motion, but actually pretty good. Actually, really nice forward. Sorry. He does have a waist swivel, which also looks awesome because of the belt. So you look at it and you don't think like, oh, he's got a cut in his waist, he must be swivelly there. But no, it's just natural because he's got a belt. He's got the split hinge legs, cut above the knee, single jointed knee, and an ankle joint up and down. No boot swivel, but that's because he's got these, pointy boots, so that's fine with me. But yeah, I really, so overall, I really like this guy. He's like, I have to replace his head. I do. I think it's a must. And then once I do that, and possibly like a gray sort of wash over the belt, he's basically my perfect Batman, because I mean that's I think he's really nice. Again, I would not pass up the DC Superheroes version, the original version, because it is really nice. But I'm not looking to spend like upwards of $50 on a figure right now. So for now, I'm really happy with this guy. And like I said, the less detailed paint job really suits suits him if you're trying to put him in with DC Universe Classics figures. So yeah, I mean, I definitely like him a lot. Definitely recommend him. I know, and if you do get him and you're looking to swap his head, I think Rob's Rogue swapped it out with the Clayface Batman. I think I've seen others use Dynamic Duo Batman head, but I can't be certain, but I'm sure that would work fine. The all black DC Universe Classics Batman, really any of the DC Universe Classics Batman, whichever one you can get cheapest loose on eBay, good swap. And yeah, so that's it, guys. I mean, definitely recommend this guy. He's really cool. And you know, if you're looking for a slightly more detailed Batman, or you don't have a gray and black Batman yet, or you've been looking at the DC Superheroes one and you don't want to spend the money either, definitely recommend this guy. So thank you guys for watching. As always, I really appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Thanks again, guys. Bye.